You are now tuned in to another episode of In the Mix with Millie. Welcome back, everybody. So, this is a first on the episodes. I haven't done this yet, but I am here with my friend Yani. Yani, say hi.
Hey.
So, we are going to be doing this together today. I'm going to be interviewing her. So, get comfortable. Okay, so before I jump into that, this segment of the podcast is the Breadbox. It is a segment for young Black business owners, young Black people getting it, nonprofits, clothing lines, music, whatever it is that you do. If you feel like you should be featured, definitely hit me up, shoot me an email, message something, so we can talk. Get you out there so people can know who you are. So. First things first, in case y'all don't know this, me and Diane met on Twitter. I was on a following spree, and we wound up following each other and talking, and we've been friends ever since. It's been what, 2 years
almost
now?
It'll be 2 years, like in August.
That's
because it was around your birthday.
It was around my birthday. That's crazy. Internet friends exist, y'all.
They definitely do.
They exist. They're real. Okay, so give yourself a little intro. Talk about yourself. Who are you?
Okay.
I know who you are, but they don't know who you are.
Okay, so my name is Yani. I'm from Maryland. So if anybody ever hears this from Maryland, shout out to you. What else about me? Oh gosh. I'm 20 years old. My birthday's on Halloween, so
Yeah, y'all I have a Scorpio on my hands.
Look now. We are great people, and that's all I will say.
Y'all are. For Virgos. I don't know about them other people.
Okay, so I moved to Atlanta about maybe like 2 years ago, and I also have a edible business that I did start in May 2019, and that has been running since, on and off, but it's now been back up and running. We're better than ever.
Y'all are definitely consistent over there, you know.
Trippy Illusion, check us out. And then I'm also in the works of starting a nonprofit called Let's Weed It Out. So give that a follow as well. Same name, everything. And then I also do makeup. Now that has been my first thing before getting into anything else. That's what's so crazy.
I'm gonna tag all of her links to all of her pages below.
Yes, because it's a lot.
For sure, it will be in the description of the podcast and on YouTube as well. But let's backtrack. Okay, yeah. The edible business. What made you start that? Because we have to take it step by step. You gave us the whole shebang.
Right.
Like, okay, what made you start that, or like what sparked the inspiration for you starting that?
Okay, so in high school, I used to make brownies and I used to sell them in school. I would always make a 2-for-1 special. So you had 2 nice sizable brownies in a little packet for $1. And then I moved on into selling snacks, like that would be sold in little concessions or little, in a thing. So
come on, hustler.
Look,
in
I was
high
trying
school,
to make my money.
Hustler in high school.
I was trying to make money. So,
yeah.
My best friend was just like, you should try, making your famous brownies and adding some little spice into it. You know what I'm saying? Making them a little spicy.
Also, originally they were just regular brownies you were selling. Yeah. You were just baking.
Yes, I was just baking brownies.
Okay.
So I was just initially baking. Like, a lot of people just think I just went
straight into it. That's why I was asking. We need the origin story. I didn't know that.
Bake, and it was crazy because I didn't have any intention to bake. Like, my mom, she started baking, and she baked for a minute, and I mean baked to the point where she was taking decoration classes and really in the kitchen.
Oh wow.
Okay, and when I say my mom's stuff is good, it is good.
Shout out to moms. You know the vibe. Shout out to moms.
So yeah, so my best friend, she was like, hey, we should just make some edibles and just try them out, and let's make your brownies. And I was just like, okay, well, let's just see. Made them, tried them. It was like, well, shoot, we got more, might as well sell them. And so I was like, okay, business time. And then my mom's in the kitchen, and we just like coming up with stuff to like
different recipes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And so of course my mom comes in with her recipe. So boom, I'm like, all right, well, boom, we in the kitchen. Let's get it. And so with making butter, you make a lot.
Yeah.
And so
it's not like because I know this because I've tried it. When you make butter, you do not make it in one batch of like just that one snack. When you
Yeah.
make it,
You
you
gonna have to
making
make
a bunch of
a
butter
butter.
for multiple recipes for multiple batches.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So we decided, okay, well, let's make my mom's pound cake recipe that she had, and yeah,
So
that was
that pound cake that I tried
crazy.
the other day is her
Yes,
recipe.
yes, it is my mom's recipe.
Mom needs a hug because
Mom,
that those
that
were
5 flavor pound cake, y'all don't sleep, don't sleep,
those were great.
don't sleep.
Potency was
Please.
just right, flavor was just right. You know,
Yeah,
it was very much. I didn't finish it till yesterday, y'all, and she gave it to me on Friday. Today that we're filming this is Monday. Like this is very much potency was fire. Okay.
Yeah. So the comments that I was just getting back, and just everybody like reaching out and giving me their honest reviews, really made me happy, and was just like, okay, like I'm in the kitchen, like people enjoying my baking.
Right.
Like I like that feeling.
Yeah.
But that's how I am with any business that I start. I just want to make people happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And what better way to target people than food? Like people
Right.
love food, and
especially
sweet
snacks.
stuff.
Yes, desserts for
Desserts,
sure.
sweet
Always
snacks,
call the people.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I could keep going with this. Like this could really be something like go crazy.
Now, like you said, you were in Maryland when you started this. So when you came down here, because you started at Clark, what was the process of moving it from up there to down here? Like, how did that work for you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked this though, because it was kind of difficult. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. So with it being COVID and all, since we started in the beginning of COVID,
Oof, the ghetto.
I ended up moving here during a time when school was still online. So when I was moving, I'm moving to student housing, but like I don't know anybody there.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you're
not seeing them in classes and stuff like that because you're
and
in
I
class
probably
online.
know a handful of people, and they probably didn't attend Clark. So it was just kind of like it was a lot, because I really had to put myself out there.
Yeah, because you went from having a schedule, like a regular clientele group, to not knowing anybody. It's exactly like a big shift.
Yep. So I had to make all new clientele. I had to really try to put myself out there, promote and advertise, do giveaways, and let people sample my stuff. And it was just a lot of trying to really like market.
It was a lot of trial and error, is what it sounds like. Yeah,
definitely. And there was the time that's when the business was off, and I had to stop because it was just a lot going on. And then it was my first time living by myself and being an adult. And so trying to run that business all
that's a lot of operations.
Make your money and pay your rent, child, and make sure you got food to eat.
If you didn't catch the last episode, please go back and listen to that. Yes. This shit is ghetto. It's the last episode. And I talk about all the rent and finances and the whole process of living alone as an adult. Go listen to that if you want to hear us rant about that. Because that's a whole nother topic for another
but
time.
You get it. If you get it,
for sure.
You know.
That's a lot to try to take on. Like you running a full business and starting school and don't know anybody. Like that's a lot of different changes all at one time.
Exactly.
So I definitely see where that's at.
Definitely just a lot to handle. So I had to put the business on a hold, and I was just like, I got to get me together.
Yeah, I don't think I ever asked you this, but like during that time, how was your mental health? Because that's that's an important thing we talk about on this podcast. You're going to hear me talk about mental health all the time. So like, that's why I'm asking, like, where was your head at that time? Because I know I would have been stressed and depressed trying to do all of that at one time. I'd overwhelm myself way too easily.
You done said it. Stressed and depressed. I mean, even though it may have seemed like living my life, like, you go on social media. Social media is not real.
Please believe that. But, please, y'all. If y'all hear nothing else, you don't hear nothing else the rest of this episode, please. No.
But like people would come to people like, oh yeah, you having a time in Atlanta. But that's just like because I want to make myself happy, and I try to go out and explore because that's just the type of person I am. And it's just like you're definitely
my spontaneous adventurous friend.
Oh, okay, we done had a weekend of that
for sure.
But so it was a lot of trial and error with my life. So I had to sacrifice the business in order to save my life.
That's well put, because there's no other way to put that, for sure.
Yeah, because I was going through it. Like when I say going through it, I mean going through it. And it didn't help that like at the time I didn't like, I'm not bashing, I'm not trying to be,
but the people
that I
your environment definitely,
my environment was very tarnished.
Your environment can make you either sick or healthy, for sure. And that includes people being around you. You can't there's this saying, you can't heal where you got sick at. So
Right.
like, if it was a rough spot already in your head and then it's rough outside of that too, that's
Exactly. Where you
bad
laying your
combo.
head at, that's
Yeah.
like to have that type of environment where you're laying your head at is really, it's not good. It's not
Mm-mm.
good for women living by herself with hard times, like
Yeah,
in
no.
COVID. Like
Ooh.
you see, like you're adding on so much. So yeah, that business was not in my head.
Yeah, at all.
So I had to put that off for maybe about maybe it was like a few months, and then tried it again for a little bit, and then went back out a little bit. So it
There was
was
a
really on and
hibernation
off
period. Yeah.
until I changed my environment.
Yeah.
Now, once I changed my
Them
environment,
setbacks will set you up for a comeback, because you've definitely made a comeback for sure.
okay, like
Yeah.
if you really see the progression of our business from when we first started, which was really good. Our start was amazing.
Yeah.
We had a lot of customers, and we had a really good base of people, and I really enjoyed starting where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like that was just everything for me.
Mhm.
And I'm so glad. So if anybody hear this who supported me from day one, man, thank you. Shout out to you for putting money in my pocket to reinvest within myself. Because now we are doing bigger and better things.
For
oh
sure.
my gosh. It's just amazing. And so being down here though has still been a blessing. Like coming here and having the intention on...
we're in Atlanta, by the way, in case y'all...
Yes,
because she's saying down here, and I don't want y'all to think she's in Nashville. We are in Atlanta at the moment.
Yes,
so
we are in Atlanta, ATL.
Yes, for sure.
So it's been a lot, but it's definitely been worth it. The journey has been so worth it, and just to see where I'll be within the next 5 years is just everything. Like I'm literally starting to ship. And this is about to be...
round of applause for that.
So
now y'all can stop being like, oh dang, she's too far, she ships them. So no excuses. No excuses.
So we're gonna try our best to fulfill every need when it comes to this, and hopefully everything goes well with it. I'm very excited for it,
because you should be.
But it was a journey to get to this point, and I had to change my environment, and I had to make sure I was in a good place to be willing to sacrifice time and money and just risk,
So speaking of mental health and weed, because we got to get to it eventually. The nonprofit, let's weed it out. So with you having an edible business and being an avid smoker as we are, going into that, what was your thought process? Like, what sparked I want to do this for sure, other than wanting to help people, because I know that's the type of person that you are, but like, what was the motivation for I need to do this and do it now, like instead of saying like, oh, I'll wait till I'm grown to do it?
I would really say, for the sake of seeing the people around me who have not necessarily changed, but just kind of had a more open mind because of smoking or just consuming cannabis. I will say, just cannabis.
Some people don't smoke, y'all. Okay? Not everybody is smoking a doshi, okay?
Right. Sometimes you may eat a little edible or do a little something, even a little CBD up in there sometimes. But the homegrown, the leaves, the actual plant-based cannabis, as much as we try to intake that, because we know how the world is now with so much chemicals, and
people be raw dogging life with no weed, and I cannot. I can't. I'm not built for that. I'm not God's strongest soldier. I am not.
Yeah, so just seeing how like the people around me and even myself, how much I've changed within myself, and not, of course, you're still trying to find yourself every day, but the fact of the matter is that
especially in our age group,
definitely,
so many changes and aesthetic changes and mental changes that happen in the 20s. So
and that's exactly what I wanted to take on. That was my challenge. I'm like, I want the people around me at this moment in my life right now to know that I'm in a good place, and I want y'all there with me. So I'm just like, one thing with our generation, if we gonna smoke, we gonna be friends. Like, what I'm saying? You get in a session with people.
Almost all of my friends are smokers.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You
not to put y'all on blast, but almost all of my friends are smokers. So I definitely understand.
Exactly. So it's like with most people around you, like especially college, you go to school, I'm like, oh, y'all want to study? Then you're like, oh, I think you want to smoke. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you get your stuff done, and then we applaud ourselves with
you
a
can
blunt.
you can share the. It's not even sharing the stress so much, but
It's
you
just
can share the
expand the
experience.
journey.
Yeah, the experience for sure.
And that's what makes friends.
Mhm.
That's what been that has been like the common thing with this generation and cannabis.
Mhm.
So it's just like, why not create something positive
Mhm.
for the people who are in our age group,
Mhm.
who are going through that same journey and experience, to kind of come together and just battle it out together. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
literally, so basically, in case y'all didn't catch that, the basis of her starting her nonprofit is the same reason I started this podcast.
Exactly.
So like that's why like
but we're so connected.
Yeah,
like,
we be
our
so in
business
sync all the
and
time.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. So I'm so glad like we're doing this together at the
Yes.
same time, like, and running with
It's
it.
definitely helpful to have someone who's in stride with you while you're
Yeah.
doing shit like this, because it's like, okay, trying to do this alone with no support system, no real basis of why you would want to do it is like you starting from scratch and not a good scratch.
Yeah.
Like here where it's like I'm not by myself, I know if I have a issue with something or like I'm trying to figure out something, I know I can call you or I can call
Right.
Treese or somebody like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm definitely in a space now, because I was not at first,
Yeah.
but I've definitely grown into a space now where it's like I can actually rely on the people
Who's around
in
you.
in my like social group.
Yeah.
So it's like it's way better than where I was at before,
And
because it's
shout
like,
out to our social group. Shout
because
out
yeah,
to the
y'all
people
be
who
doing y'all
behind
thing.
us.
Y'all be doing y'all thing
I'm
for real.
saying, man, my friends,
Love
you
them.
guys have helped me in so many ways I can't even understand.
And what's so funny is because we're so alike in like where we're in sync at, when I meet your friends and you meet my friends, it's always like, okay, I see why you hang out with these people. Like I see that they got your back. I see how their vibe is. And then adding weed on top of that is like, okay, now I'm really like, oh, you can chill. Yeah, for sure.
So that's how the networking is, and that's what I love, and that's
especially in like
the
realm that you're in. It's like the networking is all I gotta do is smoke with you or
just,
eat an Eddie with you, and we're gonna be chilling. Yeah, I like that.
And not saying that gotta be the whole thing, so y'all
for sure. No, it's not all about that, but that's where that's part of the journey.
Sometimes when it's time to have a nice, relaxing little, social time, you might just add a little cannabis up into that.
You never know.
And nothing is wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you
I just want weed to stop being so demonized. Like
I'm saying, because
that's literally not the worst drug out there. There's so many worse drugs out there, baby. And for the older parents or whoever is older listening, weed is not a gateway drug. Y'all's generation just took it there. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
This is what I'll say. Just how we have phones, don't let the phone control you, control the phone. Exactly. So the same with weed. Don't let the weed control you, control it. So that therefore you're using it to your advantage. And that's another thing too why I started the nonprofit, is because I want to teach people that when doing this, because it is a risk. Everything is a risk. And when I say everything literally is a risk, because you have a choice to say yes or no to something and to battle it to make it to the next round, or fail and you got to try again, or whatever the case is. Everything is a risk. So with consuming weed, you just have to make sure that you're not overdoing it. Yeah. Just the same with food, because look, you eat too much food, you might have an eating disorder or some shit. Yeah, you're putting little pounds on you. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a cause and effect. So just with weed,
everything needs to be done in moderation. For sure.
Exactly.
For sure. Phones included.
And using it in moderation will and can save your life. Simple as that.
Because I can vouch for that for myself, for sure.
It can save your life. Oh my gosh.
Because I know if I'm in a space where it's like, I do not care about none of this stuff, I don't want to be here no more, I'm over all of it, or I'm super stressed, I know me smoking or me eating an edible or me doing whatever, like however I'm intaking it at that time, it's like, okay, chill out, center yourself, get back with you, and then get back in your bag.
And
for
basically
sure.
That's your daggone therapy session right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So
we gotta get that. So we gotta get you some more resources with that too, though.
I know, but that's why as well. I want to, I want to be certified in life coaching, because I know that's something that you can do, and that you don't need a degree for. But of course, I'm in school, Clark University.
Come on, HBCU.
So, yes, HBCU. Thank you.
Me next.
So, With being in school right now at this moment, of course, I don't have like the certifications and everything to do stuff, but it's in the
It's
works.
coming for
And it's
sure.
coming.
For
And it's
sure.
something that I'm intentional with. I'm manifesting. And I'm just trying to take my time as well because please, like, take your time. Don't rush.
Don't rush. Nothing is, you got
Nothing
time.
is built in a day, you know?
You got time.
So
Okay, so to build off of that, with you, being in this industry, not realm, this industry, even with your nonprofit, what are some of the challenges you faced, or like pushback that you've gotten dealing with that? Because I know we talk about the pros all the time, but it's like, I know for a fact there are some cons that come with it, at least from like other people's perceptions of it. So how do you deal with that, or have you had to deal with that with this,
Okay, well, on the edible side, so many cons.
Really?
Sadly.
Oh.
Making our goal with making the edibles is to promote the use of only just cannabis and to just, promote sweets. But it's hard to mix two together because, of course, it's not legal.
Yeah,
but,
not where we're currently at. It's not, but
but it's definitely decriminalized now. But it is hard with that, and
because it's harder to like outer market yourself, because it's like, you don't want it to get into the wrong hands and then turn into something.
And I'm trying to make it as sweet as possible, as appropriate as possible, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't want people to see this as a drug. At least when I'm baking, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm baking in the midst of trying to create like the best quality of baking I possibly can.
The cannabis is just extra.
Exactly. It's literally just
a bonus
extra.
point.
So I mean, and look, if you may want something and not want that infusion part, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Just let me know.
Because my girl can bake. So
So that's not even a thing, but it's just, people do enjoy. There's a lot of people out here who definitely just enjoy the consuming of cannabis,
like
and
the
not
experience
wanting
part.
to have the smell and all the weirdness that comes along with it sometimes with smoking. So
it's a lot of supplies that go into rolling the blunt,
y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of supplies. I'd rather just eat an Eddie and chill.
And eat a good kind of thing. And my whole thing is I wanted to also show that it could be cooked with anything, like making a regular meal, making a nice dessert, making some juice.
I still have to try the infused lemonade. So we have
our tropical tropical lemonade.
Gotta get back on that. I don't think we ever mentioned what the name of your edible business was, though.
It is Trippy Illusion.
Sorry, y'all. My bad.
But
that interviewer here. My bad.
It will be all linked in though, so you guys
for
can
sure.
see it and tap in with me. But like I just really want to promote the good of it. You know what I'm saying? Like let's kind of normalize it a little bit because like I said,
because little do y'all know, some of the people you would have never guessed smoke, they smoke. Let me just let you know now,
or consume
in some way they own it, whether you know it or not.
And I'm kind of this is probably the only thing I'm kind of glad about COVID for.
Yeah.
Because COVID has really now helped with bringing it back to normalizing it and doing better research and proper, the proper consumption. And that's what's important too when it comes to my businesses and anything that I promote. It needs to be proper consumption. It needs to be,
responsible.
Exactly. People overdo it, and it's just like sometimes I listen to some people and because I really am interested. I always, when I do smoke with somebody or I get to know a smoker, it's always important for me just to kind of know like what's their like go to, like how much do you consume on a daily,
like if you're going through a whole 3-5 in a day, I'm concerned.
I'll be like, what's your bill? Because shoot, this is a bill. Okay, this is definitely a bill. So I'm like, what's your, what you be spending on from your paycheck? Like what you be doing? And some people,
I'd be so concerned.
Yeah.
I'd be so concerned because it's like you spent a car note on weed, bro.
For the month.
Wow.
Yeah.
If even for the month, some of them spend that in 2 weeks. And it's like, okay, I get it, but like,
and everybody gonna have their advice, but like, but like be careful with your vice. You know what I'm saying?
Use it productively, because I know
Exactly.
for us, we get on our business mindedness when we smoke,
It
or
just
like
opens everything up
yeah,
for me. My mind
definitely more creative for sure.
Definitely, my mind just like opens up. And well, I will say that every intention that I make when I do consume cannabis is always different. Like I always set an intention before I smoke.
I was
or
just about to say,
whatever I
talk
do.
about that, because I know a lot of people don't really know, like setting an intention before you. It's like burning an incense. You set an intention before you do that.
Exactly, and that's literally basically like what it is. Like when I smoke, I always try to like get people to understand that, you know, when I consume it, for me at least, that what I do is just to make sure that it's either for a wind down or it's for me to get up and do something.
Yeah.
Regardless of the strain that I'm smoking, I'm gonna set that intention and
it's
I'm
gonna get
either
done.
get my ass up or
I'm
I'm gonna
chill out
and reevaluate my life. And that's really something that I try to promote. And that's why I also wanted to start this nonprofit as well, because that's something that I really want to talk about, because that is what's helped my life, is using it right and setting the intention in order to complete what it is that I have to do. Because
a lot of people don't set
you have
intention.
to get uncomfortable in order to be comfortable.
Oh, wait, don't let that sink in their spirit first. Hold on. Yeah.
I said that too fast. Let me say it again.
Yeah, say it one more time.
You gotta be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Ooh.
I'm not in no good stage yet to where I'm at a time where I gotta be comfortable right now. Like it's so much in my life that
you're not on chill mode right now.
I'm not on chill mode.
Yeah. So
it's like I'm gonna smoke so that I can have a chill sense.
Yeah.
So that my brain can operate the way that it needs to operate. And even when I'm sober, I'm fine.
Yeah. Your brain is on chill mode, but your body is on productivity.
It enhances my production, and it just keeps me on track sometimes. And it just helps my anxiety, because that's the thing. The anxiety is the block, and that's that mental health that we all challenge with. Like, with so many Black people who probably have anxiety and don't even know it.
Ooh, girl, we're gonna have to do a whole other episode for that. About the mental health of Black people as a community, girl.
That's coming up, so I ain't even gonna try to do too much. But I'm just saying my little 2 cents.
But for sure, that's a whole episode.
just a person who is, who knows in their family anxiety is a thing. So of course it's most likely
you have to recognize it as a problem for it to be a problem.
Exactly.
For you to solve it, for sure.
Oh, and trust. High school let me know. Anxiety was introduced to me in high school, and man, and it really was on me younger, because my mom told me when I started cheering, that was my first sport that I could really remember that I was in, and I did all-star cheer. And I remember in competitions when I was finally done performing, like it would seem as though I had asthma attacks, but it wasn't asthma attacks. I didn't have asthma. So you were having panic attacks.
Oh wow.
And it was after the fact we performed. It did great.
It's probably because like you were like holding your breath the whole time. Like I'm anxious, but yeah.
But you see, that is so real. And
if you don't recognize it, it's not a problem, right?
I was young. I was in elementary school.
I'm so glad that she caught that though, and let you know, like, hey.
Oh yeah.
Because that's not done enough either, and that's why I'm glad that I'm glad
that physical.
It'll do it to your body. I'm glad that you have incorporated mental health so deeply intertwined into all of your businesses. Because
definitely.
As Black women, for sure, we're not allowed to feel those feelings or like
people
express
try to
it.
say exactly because it's known that women express their feelings, they try to hinder us from that. But it's like, why? If I'm making a positive impact around with the people that's around me with it, and really expressing that, hey,
it's okay to feel this way. Like it's normal.
Okay. Yeah. It's normal. It does happen, sadly, but yes. And I'm not saying normalize it, but I'm saying be aware.
Acknowledge it. Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
Acknowledge it. It's not crazy.
Exactly.
Like, people try to make anxiety.
If you say crazy. You got to go to therapy to somebody that ain't never thought about therapy, they gonna think you done lost your whole mind. They gonna try to get you locked up in the nut house.
But ain't everybody who listening to this, I bet you done went to your daggone guidance counselor or a teacher in your life and probably had to vent a little bit.
Just at least a little bit. Yeah, it's literally the same thing.
You
it's literally a trusted person. It's the same thing.
Exactly. And even your family. So I always incorporate everything that I can.
But yeah, okay, so for speaking of being a Black woman, you know, because we are, what is the dating scene like right now? And I laugh before I say that because We both know what it is, but I want the viewers to know what it is.
Oh God. Well,
Especially in you being in this big ass city that you're
I'm
in,
about to say, yeah, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I have friends who I talk to about what's be going on and whatever. But yeah, it's not. It's
That means it's trash, y'all. That's what that means. It's garbage. Because it is.
I will say though, moving down here like
Mhm.
so recently, because 2 years isn't really that long.
Was it a culture shock a little bit?
No, it really wasn't.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like Atlanta is like Maryland Part 2 in a way.
Okay.
It's just a little faster.
Because
you know
I've
what I'm
noticed
saying?
a lot of Clark Atlanta students, or at least people that move down here, are from up there. And I've
Yeah.
like meeting
From the
you,
north,
I
yeah.
met like so many other people, and I was like, I didn't know all y'all came from up there.
Oh yeah,
like,
we done migrated down here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I was asking. I'm like, because I know like that might have been a shift, but like you said, it's like part 2. So
yeah, but like even for me though, like my dad's from Atlanta.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I have a little bit of it in me.
Mhm.
I ain't trying to rep like I'm from here.
Yeah.
I never try to do that. I'm Maryland all day.
Yeah.
But just coming down here, it's not such a shock. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now I will say it's more friendly. Like
Yeah.
I feel like back at home, it is a hostile area, and sometimes
Up north always is. That's
Yeah.
everywhere up north.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally the south. If people come
And I'm
down
about
here,
to say, you know a little bit because you look,
Yeah.
you got family all from Chicago.
Yeah, so I definitely know what that's like. Like coming down here is like everyone's always like, y'all so nice. Y'all be speaking to any and everybody. It's Southern hospitality. We
Yeah.
can't help it. It's
Yeah.
literally in us. Like
it's
I
definitely there.
can't help it.
It definitely is there, and that's
Yeah.
why I like being down here as well, just because I feel like being around a lot of Black people who are like that, or who will at least adapt to that,
Yeah.
is just amazing.
It's way better than feeling like, damn, we might fight every time I see somebody Black. Like
Yeah.
y'all beefing all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can
Or
definitely
it's like you don't know somebody, you just like not looking at
them.
other,
Yeah.
and it's just like kind of awkward. But I mean, even me though, being from Maryland, I still wasn't taught on that. Like,
yeah, you were raised differently.
Yeah, I
for
was
sure.
just definitely raised to just kind
And
of.
it's not. We're not saying that everyone up north is like that, but like it's definitely the environment has made them more hostile for sure.
That's like it's not really the people. It's just definitely sometimes could just be a community.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, of it
for sure.
I definitely just say that being down here though has definitely opened my eyes when it came to dating, and of course for the fact that like I'm now being an adult, and so that's a whole different like ball game than it is, just graduating high school and then like, being in high school and dating. Whatever.
High school dating is not dating. If I ever dated you in high school, my mama called you my little friend. I just want y'all to know that. For starters, like no.
I definitely wish though that I did take my time when it came to like trying to date, because I did date when I was like younger in high school, but I just feel as though I could have waited. But being out here,
we all could have waited.
Yeah. Everybody.
We definitely should have waited. But I mean,
but
we got our experiences now. And some things I'm actually glad that like I experienced at a younger age, so I know like what my tolerance of certain things is now that I'm an adult. Because if I was an adult just getting started in this, I feel like a lot of the stuff I would be more so like naive to it and let it slide way more than I would now. Because now I'm like, not doing that with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I know my red flags,
and that's probably why it's trash, just because like the quality,
and we know our boundaries for sure.
Exactly. And so it's just like for me,
and we're not saying the quality of men, we're saying the quality of the generation of men that we're having to deal with, because you go from the 90s of Love Jones and
a lot of influences back then were definitely
the R&B music,
it was a very
all of it.
Courting
yes, all of it. They made sure that you had a good time. Like the date was about both parties, not this is what I want from you and this is what I want from you. Like, especially because as Black women, we're so quick to be seen as gold diggers, when in reality it's like
we just want somebody who gonna match us, because like you see what I'm doing. Hello,
you see my hustle, you see how I'm moving, and that attracted you to me, but you're not doing the same, so why would I be attracted to you? Type thing, you know, like you have no
just
ambition.
How you're friends, just how you are friends, and that's something too that I really like to like be vocal about
Yeah.
is treating all relationships the same, to be honest. The only thing with the
Platonic and
relationship,
romantic for
yeah,
sure.
the only thing with the romantic is just intimacy.
Exactly. Yeah. And some
That's the
friendships
addition.
have intimacy as
But
well, but it's not as physical as the other one
exactly,
is.
it's not
Yeah,
physical.
for
Exactly.
sure.
So it's just like treat everything the same and stop trying to make it what I want from a person. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, like, oh,
what can I take from a person? How can I use
if
this
he wants
person?
this, I'm gonna have to get this. Like,
Right.
it shouldn't be a tit for
Right.
tat thing.
Right. It should definitely just be people being able to have both energies come together to connect to bring one great radiant energy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's really
Cause
it.
they just be, I don't.
That is, yeah. But I mean, the dating scene, I know I know there's good men out there.
Yeah,
I
but
know
our
that.
personal experiences, we ain't seen too many of them.
Yeah,
Not recently.
or at least it just wasn't the right time.
That could also, I've always been
I
that
definitely would
person,
say that with
right person, wrong time type thing.
most
It's
of my
possible.
experiences are definitely just wrong time
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
And most of the time, and I'll be honest, some of this is lands on me because I just feel like I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Or at least I just haven't
That's you being
felt like,
responsible though. Some people
yeah,
aren't responsible enough to like do that
I'm just
self-reflection.
yeah, like I just feel like I'm in such at a point right now where I want to see what are my issues? What is it that I'm not doing right? You know what I'm saying?
What can
What
I
can I do
fix before I
better
get
before I get with somebody? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that is important because when I'm ready to be with somebody, I'm a
ready?
committed
Yeah.
person. Like I make sure
You're not
that
trying to drag a
I'm
bunch of extra baggage into a
yeah, because the
relationship.
whole
Yeah.
goal for a woman is to be submissive. And that's what I want. Because
Yeah.
I'm so masculine within my life
I
and the
was
things that
just
I
about to say we
do.
need to talk about
Being
that.
entrepreneur, you have to vocalize yourself. You have to do so much for yourself.
There's so much standing up
and
for
it
yourself.
just feels like it
And
feels
not
like,
even just in an entrepreneur mindset, a
yeah.
Black woman mindset in general. We have to be
Definitely.
so hard body with men. Like
just hard body with life, just because
yes,
people put us in
for
such
sure
like
with life. But like since we're talking about the dating thing, it's like with that, it's I can't sit in my femininity because I feel like I have to be hard body with guys all the time. And I hate that because I'm such a girly girl at heart. Like I'm such a like submissive person at heart, but I'm not finna let the blind lead the blind. Like I'm not finna get in the car with you and you have no directions of where we're going.
And people should know, like, I can have a very great submissive like trait already just because of the fact that I like to help people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you want to be around people like that?
Yeah.
You know? And it's just kind of sad sometimes where you do have to put that guard up.
Yes.
And then bring out that masculine energy when you really don't want to.
Yes. Like I want to be able to sit and sink into my femininity and like just chill out.
Right.
Because like I said, I'm not getting
you can't keep giving and giving and giving.
Yeah,
and
like
giving.
I'm not gonna keep. You're gonna be so drained if you do that. Do not pour from an empty cup. Don't pour from a half empty cup.
So you can't even pour from an empty cup. Then you just
now you just done drained yourself completely. But like I said, I'm not getting in the. I was listening to the Know For Sure podcast, which is Megan Brooks and B Simone. And they were talking about I'm not getting in the car with someone who doesn't have any at least general directions. You don't have to know exactly where we're going, but I need you to have a sense of direction or you're following something, know something.
Right.
I'm not just finna hop in the car with you because, you told me to come on and it's finna be lit. No, I'm not doing that. I need substance.
Yeah.
We're both at a point in our lives where it's like, I need everything to meet me where I'm at. I need substance on all levels. So like romantic is just I'm going to be just as harsh on y'all as I am on my friends, as I am on my family. Like the boundaries are set. Either you're going to meet them or you're not.
Yeah.
And if you're not, go ahead and get on.
I feel like that's something our generation has actually put out.
Stepped more into the boundaries for sure.
Yes. And I love that.
Because the stuff the older generations used to let slide.
I love that now.
I ain't letting it slide.
Please.
I'm not letting it slide.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Because it's just kind of, it is upsetting and you do want it to be better, especially when it comes to like family, dating, friends, whatever type of relationship it is. You know that the generation before us has tried to, put on into us to raise us to be in that way.
Yeah.
But no.
I'm not
especially
doing
with family. Oh no.
Girl, don't get me started on cutting folks off.
Okay. I ain't even going to get into it either.
Because we
know.
We know.
And what we know is our boundary has been set.
For sure.
And I'm treating everybody the same. Respect my elders. I respect you. You respect me. Please.
Yes, girl. Ooh,
and thank
girl.
you.
You didn't say a word right there.
And I said it with the utmost respect.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I'm saying? That is not being
me stating
mean.
my opinion is not me being
Exactly.
smart. I'm not getting
Exactly.
smart,
That's not a smart thing.
girl.
To want respect should be everything.
You should give it to want it.
Exactly.
For sure, you should
And
give
I
it
feel
to
like
want
I give so much respect to people. I give people their flowers. I do whatever I can just because I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
So it's like once I don't feel like I'm getting that same in reverse.
Yeah, no. I'm
then
definitely
that's cool. You know, I ain't gonna make
I need reciprocated energy on all levels, for
Right.
sure.
If you want,
For
but if you
sure.
want to stay into my life, you're not about to have no type of entitlement because
Okay.
you ain't about to, you don't have to be in my life. It's a choice that we all make.
This is my world. This is my movie. You are a extra. Okay? You're not even
I'm gonna
you're
be
not even a
movie.
You're not even a co-star.
You
You
an
are an
extra in
extra.
mine.
Okay? You're not a co-star. You are an extra. I'm the co-star, the head star, all that. The director, producer, writer. Okay? Of my life.
Okay.
You're just here for the ride. So, you know, we always do a tip. No, wait, before we do the tip. Because Yani is my music connoisseur friend. Like, she listens to music like I listen to music.
Yes.
So you got to give me your top 10 songs ever. Like, if the world was to end right now, this very moment, what 10 songs can you not live without? And I'm giving you a range of 10 because I feel like 5 would have been like way too small for you. Because I know
I wish you would have said artists.
Okay, well, we can do artists. I'll give you artists. I won't give you specific, like, pick a song because that's really hard to do.
That is so hard. That's why I was kind of nervous. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, top 10 artists because I know Sid and the internet are definitely in there for sure.
Okay. Well, no, Sid is included in the internet, so therefore you do.
Or I was gonna say separate entities or together.
Together.
Okay, so
together.
The internet.
Yes. So the internet is got. I'm not doing ranking in no.
Yeah, no, it's not ranked at all. It's just you're like
but
the 10 that you wouldn't be able to live without.
But of course, the internet like my number one.
Yeah.
But, okay, so the internet. YSL. You have to just include them like in the whole thing and free YSL, please. Free my men.
Yo, Lord. Okay.
Free my business. YSL. Thank you. Future Drake, because those are my Scorpio people.
I forgot Drake. I forgot Drake was a Scorpio.
Yeah, one. Ooh, I keep forgetting. One is November, one October. I'm so bad, but either way.
I know which one's October. Drake is October.
Okay,
because he always says October.
I don't want to be wrong.
He always says October's finest. Yes. It's him.
It's him. Okay. So yeah, so those two. Okay, so we have 4 right now. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Lucky Day, very new, but I don't care.
Great choice.
Like, I listen to a lot of music that are curated by the older. You know what I mean? So like a lot of older samples and things like that. Like that's what I like.
I love a good sample. I know people be mad when they be hearing folks sample their music, but I be excited.
I love especially if you do it right.
Yeah, if they do it wrong, then I'm like, why would you do that? But if they do it right, you know.
Yeah. Tyler the Creator, I was into him in high school, but I've definitely have
grown into it.
Yeah, and had a more appreciative side of him. Currently, shout out to my friend Autumn because she definitely did that for me. Okay, so that's 6 people. Oh my God, I only have 4 left. Ari Lennox, please. Dreamville. No, Dreamville.
Yes,
Dreamville.
You have to do whole Dreamville.
Because, okay, like I can't say J. Cole and then can't say everybody else.
Because, it's the whole game.
Please, Dream. Ah, man. Well, I could have been said this earlier, but definitely Dreamville.
Don't get us on a rant about Dreamville.
But and then special
mentions,
for Ari Lennox, like, because that's my DC girl. Like,
I forgot she's from DC.
Yes.
I love that for you. I did not know that.
Yes.
I think I knew it, but I forgot.
My good R&B singer. Like, she taps into the R&B and neo soul so well, and I really love that for her. And I love that she has really like stepped out of the box of really showing how the industry is.
Yes,
like she don't put too much out, but she definitely just tries to be herself. And I just feel like y'all calm down. Like, give my girl her flowers and let her live. Sure. That's all she wants to do. All she wants to do is sing. That's it. Anyways, we at 7. Summer Walker definitely has done a lot with this.
Girl, them 2 albums got crack in it, but we're not gonna talk about it. The albums and the EPs for sure. That she's put out, whole discography has crack in it. Okay. Sorry, not sorry.
Justin Timberlake,
great choice. Wow,
I can't forget him.
Never would have guessed that for you, but I love that you said that.
And even though I only have one more, I gotta be.
I'm gonna give you an honorable mention. You can have
anything produced by Timbaland and Pharrell.
Okay.
or any type of that music is my like style. I feel like that's
Girl,
like,
that's a lot of albums produced by Timbaland and Pharrell.
but you know, any kind of,
So them to like any albums produced by them together or just them in
just
general?
them two. Like I've
Okay.
had, but I can't forget them two. I can't put them two out because
Yeah.
they have been such like a very like high inspiration when it comes to you know what I listen to.
Yeah.
Because then you still have folks like, oh please don't look, Rihanna, you know I love me some Riri. So of course, like
Yes.
with her, and she likes to use a lot of like Timbaland beats and a
yeah,
lot of
Pharrell
Pharrell.
beats for sure.
So my
Her
girl
and Pharrell
Riri,
have worked together a lot.
okay. Look, just because look, just right now is just for the fact that Riri just hasn't been putting no music out. But trust, I
My
still
good
have
sis,
my
drop
girl.
the album, please. We're
It's okay.
begging.
No. Actually, go ahead. Take care of the baby. Take care
Yeah,
of the baby,
but when you get done doing that,
just go, or at least just drop a song. Just a
a
song.
single. I'd live with a
Yeah,
single.
I live with a single.
It's been 6 years.
A cute little single.
It's been 6 years.
I know.
I'm so hurt. Let's move on before
Yeah,
I cry.
yeah. We love you.
We in the Re-Navy for real, so that's
Yeah.
why we're sitting talking about this. Okay, so you got one left.
No, I did. I had
So
11.
you did them. So you
That's
did
what-
them together. You did them separately. I thought you were doing an honorable mention.
No, no, that was it.
Okay,
That was
okay.
Because I was technically 11.
I can see that.
But that's a lot of artists.
It is, and you picked some great ones.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I'm not gonna do mine because I would be here all night if I did that. So, okay, you got to give us a tip for the week. So, like, just anything that's been going on that you feel like needs to be a tip. The first episode, I told people to smoke and tell them people to mind their business.
Right.
So, anything that you feel like you want to say as a tip, give it.
Wow, that's really something to think about. But
yeah,
I will. Okay.
I mean, there's no pressure, but like,
It's
yeah.
a little bit pressure. You see my anxiety kicking in just a little bit.
Yeah, no pressure, no pressure for sure.
But a good tip, I'll say, to just live in your now.
Wow.
Live in your now.
That's so simple, but yet so complex
it
at
really
the same
is,
time.
Because if you know how my life is, like, you know, be whoever is my true friend, you know what I'm going through, and we're gonna be honest, because you know everybody goes through stuff.
Yeah.
So
we are very much futuristic people, though.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So so I definitely right now my tip in life has been just live in the now and be happy living in the now.
That's great. That gives me my challenge for the week, because you just made that weight. You just gave me the layup. Okay. So for the week, I want y'all to put the phones down. I know this is so contradictory because you're probably listening to this on a phone, but put the phones down and go and do something in the moment. Go do some new experience. Go to the zoo, go to the park, go hiking, go do something that you haven't done before and live in that moment. Don't think about what appointments you have later this week, what you have to do for work tomorrow, whatever live in that, be in that moment. Like, I need y'all to do that this week. And if you can't do that because you're busy, do it this weekend.
I feel
you
like
have no excuses.
Spontaneous weekend that we just had,
that was definitely us living in the moment, for sure. For sure. Living the now, that was our motto for this weekend, for sure. That's why I said that tied in so well with you, like what we talked about. So
that's what we've been doing. So we do practice what we preach.
Yeah. Okay. Don't get it confused. We definitely do that around here. But this was another episode of In the Mix with Millie. I'm so glad you were here. Yes. Thank you for doing this with me.
This was so amazing.
You guys definitely got to tune in next week. Well, not next week. Week after next. I might do a little surprise though. There might be a surprise next week, so you never know. Keep a good lookout. So
it's always in the mix.
Okay. Always. Peace, y'all.
Peace.